You're not here for comfort. You're here for truth.
A Stoic manifesto on mortality, meaning, and unbreakable freedom. You will die. They don't want to tell you this. They want you to live numb, distracted, obedient. They want you to believe you have time, that there's always another tomorrow, another excuse, another delay. But there isn't. You are mortal, finite, fading. And that is not a curse. It's your greatest weapon. Death is not the end. It's the reminder every breath you take is one less breath you have left. Every sunrise you see is one closer to your last. Death isn't waiting at the end of your story. Death is riding with you, every mile, every moment. It's not here to terrify you. It's here to focus you. It's the ultimate clarity. You are here, for now. So what will you do with the now? Comfort is a slow death. Most people don't die once. They die every day. They die a little every time they stay silent when they should speak. Betray themselves for acceptance. Waste hours on things that don't matter. Comfort is the enemy wearing a friendly face. It will rock you to sleep until one day you wake up and realize you slept through your own life. Memento mori. Remember death. The Stoics kept death close. Not out of fear, out of power. Memento mori. Remember you must die. It wasn't a threat. It was a call to urgency, to purpose, to gratitude. Death doesn't diminish life. It defines it. You're not promised tomorrow. You think you have time? You don't. You could die before finishing this sentence, before seeing another sunrise. And yet you hesitate. You delay. You tell yourself you'll start living tomorrow. But tomorrow is a myth, a sedative. There is only today. Only now. Everything else is a gamble. Most people die long before they're buried. Look around. See the people moving like ghosts, eyes hollow, dreams rotting. Not because they died of old age, but because they surrendered their fire. They traded passion for security, vision for routine, soul for survival. Don't be one of them. Die fighting, not fading. Fear of death is fear of life. You don't fear dying. You fear never having lived. You fear looking back and realizing you loved too little. You dared too little. You mattered too little. But that's not fate. That's choice. Life doesn't owe you anything. You were not promised ease. You were not promised time. You were not promised fairness. Life owes you nothing. And that's liberating. Because if life owes you nothing, you owe it nothing back. No apologies. No permission. No waiting. The clock is always ticking. Every second that slips through your fingers is a second you will never hold again. Tick, tock. That's your life, bleeding away. And the only thing more terrifying than death is realizing you never really lived. Tick, tock. What will you do? You're writing your eulogy right now. Every action you take, every choice you make, every word you speak, is engraving your eulogy into the bones of time. You don't get to choose if they'll remember you. You only get to choose why they'll remember you. Or if they will at all. One regret is a heavier coffin than death. It's not death that haunts the dying. It's regret. The conversations never had. The dreams never chased. The courage never seized. You won't fear the darkness. You'll fear the light you never let yourself touch. Death laughs at your excuses. Busy. Later? Not ready? Death doesn't care. It doesn't reschedule. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't wait for you to be prepared. It comes when it will, and it doesn't knock. You are already dying. Life is not a journey toward death. Life is death happening, slowly. Every day, every heartbeat, you are unraveling. Fighting this is madness. Embracing it is power. The wise don't fear death. They befriend it. And in that friendship, they find freedom. The only wealth is time. Money fades. Fame rots. Power crumbles. The only true wealth is time. And every second you waste on fear, on doubt, on pettiness, is like burning gold to warm your hands for a moment. Invest your time in what matters. Spend it like treasure. Because it is. Death is the only true mirror you think you know yourself. Stand before death. When you strip away the illusions, who are you? What do you believe? What have you built? Death reveals what living conceals. Pain is temporary, honor is forever. Fear tells you pain lasts forever. It doesn't. Pain passes. Pride endures. Honor is built in the fire of discomfort, of sacrifice, of doing what's hard when it would be easier to hide. Pain scars the flesh. Honor tattoos the soul. Live like you're already dead. Imagine it. You've died. You're gone. Now, you get one more day. One more hour. What would you do? What would you say? Who would you become? Live like that. Live like it's borrowed time. Because it is. The world moves on without you. One day the sun will rise, the birds will sing, the world will spin, and you will not be here. The world will not mourn you forever. It will barely notice. You are not the center of the universe. You are a spark, brief, bright, burning. Make it matter. Stop saving your greatness for later. Later is a myth. Later is a thief. Later is the comfort zone's favorite weapon. You are not guaranteed another chance to be brilliant, to be brave, to be you. Burn now. Build now. Be now. Death makes all equal. Kings rot. Beggars rot. Geniuses rot. Cowards rot. Death is the great leveler. The question isn't if you'll die. It's if you'll live in a way that matters before you do. Status means nothing. Character means everything. Your fear of death is a fear of wasted life. You don't fear death. You feared dying without having made a dent, without having mattered, without having truly existed. Good. Let that fear sharpen you, not paralyze you. Your time is not refillable. There is no recharge. No second round. No do-over. Every second wasted on fear, on ego, on meaningless wars, is a second burned forever. Be ruthless with your time. Be savage with your purpose. Be relentless with your life. Death liberates you from illusions. You think you need approval. You think you need perfection? You think you need more time? Death cuts through those lies. All you need is the courage to live truly, before the clock strikes your final hour. Procrastination is suicide by inches. Every time you say later, you kill a piece of your future. You don't need a grand betrayal to waste your life. You just need 1,000 tiny postponements. Death by hesitation. Death by delay. Death by comfort. Your legacy is not written later, it's written now. Your legacy is not some grand speech delivered at your funeral. It's the ripple you leave in every conversation, in every risk you take, in every truth you live. You write it now. Every moment. Every breath. Life is too short for petty wars, arguments that don't matter. Egos that don't matter. Approval that doesn't matter. Every ounce of energy spent defending your pride is energy stolen from building your soul. Let them be petty. You be immortal. True freedom is born at the edge of death, when you truly accept that you will die, when you feel it in your bones, not as an idea, but as an inescapable fact. You are free. Free to risk. Free to fail. Free to love. Free to lose. Nothing can enslave a man who no longer fears the end. Your deathbed will strip away the nonsense when you lie there at the end. You will not think of your followers, your possessions, your status. You will think of the chances you took, the loves you dared, the truths you lived. Everything else will rot away. The only real success is inner peace, not wealth. Not fame. Not applause. Peace. The quiet knowing that you lived fully, that you burned brightly, that you emptied yourself of everything you could have been. That's the real victory. Die with your soul unspent. Most people die with a savings account of unspent courage, unspoken dreams, unlived lives. Die empty. Die spent. Die having given everything you had to the battlefield of existence. Final thought: you will die. This is not bad news. This is the best news you will ever receive. Because now you are free. Free to love without fear. Free to build without permission. Free to live without apology. The clock is ticking. The grave is waiting. The question is simple: will you live fully or die waiting? Courage means living with death on your shoulder. The brave don't ignore death. They invite it to sit beside them, at every table, in every room, in every risk. They don't silence it. They listen. And then they live louder than fear ever could. Mediocrity is a slow, silent death. It's not the sudden end you should fear. It's the slow bleed of mediocrity, the silent compromise, the unnoticed surrender, the gradual dimming of your fire. One day you wake up dead inside, long before your body ever gives up. Death humbles the arrogant power. Gone. Fame? Gone. Wealth? Gone. At the end, every man kneels before the same grave. Remember that. It will keep your pride small and your gratitude enormous. Every breath is a borrowed miracle you breathe without thinking. But each breath is not owed to you. It's a borrowed miracle, a gift handed to you, unearned, undeserved, temporary. Live like you know it. You are not guaranteed a someday. Stop saving joy for retirement. Stop saving dreams for after the struggle. Stop saving life for later. Later is a liar. Someday is a grave. The only real day is today. Death is not the opposite of life. Fear is life ends biologically with death. But spiritually, life ends the moment fear wins. You are either expanding or contracting, living or dying. There is no neutral. Be worthy of the breath you still have. You woke up today. Some didn't. You have time today. Some don't. Honor that by living with urgency, not with entitlement. Earn the gift of today by refusing to waste it. You are the author. Write boldly. You don't control how long the book will be, but you control every word. Write your story, in blood, in fire, in courage. Make it a book worth reading, even when you're gone. Death doesn't care how busy you were. No one will care how packed your schedule was. They will care if you made them feel alive, if you created beauty, if you lived with fire. Your calendar means nothing. Your impact means everything. You carry the torch. Don't let it go out. You are the bearer of a fire, a spirit passed down through survivors, warriors, dreamers. That fire demands to be used. Let it burn through mediocrity. Let it scorch through fear. Let it light the way for those who come after you.
If you made it this far, you're not like the rest. You're not afraid of pain. You're not afraid of work. You're building something bigger than comfort, bigger than applause. You're building yourself. So don't stop now. Subscribe. Join the ones who move in silence and win in the dark.